Welcome back, folks. This is Mr. O here with another episode of Walk Me Through. This is going to be another Switch video, of course. And the reason why I'm choosing the N64 application here is because I'm going to be doing a Let's Play on one of the N64 games. That's right, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play on an N64 game, which is, of course, The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. Classic game, that is. It's very, very much a classic. I hope you can hear me. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Now, this game is a classic. It was originally released on the N64 back in 1998. I had gotten my copy back in, about a week before my birthday in 1999. And oh my gosh, I was really floored by the vastness. I mean, given that these were N64 graphics at the time. Now, the version I'm going to be playing here is the Nintendo Online Service version. Given that I lost my N64, yeah. Anyway, what I'm going to be playing is the NSO version. And there was a few major game-breaking bugs in it when it was first released on NSO. But most of them have been patched. So, without further ado, let's get started. I always liked watching those demos. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Now, let's go ahead and erase this. Now, I did a walk me through video on this a long time ago. Of course, I was playing the GameCube version at the time, but at the time I didn't have a good capture device or a mobile device or a computer or a decent one. You see, what had happened is some of my walk me through videos of this game was... I mean, they were rejected by YouTube because at the time my YouTube account was, at the time my YouTube account was not compatible for videos longer than 10 minutes. I had to be very mindful. But now that my YouTube channel has been verified, I can pretty much upload videos as long as I want. I mean, given the storage limitations on my phone. Anyway, we'll give my character a name. So, now that I have my file and character named, we can begin. So, let's get started. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. O Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the great Deku Tree. Or is it Deku Tree? Anyway, dost thou sense it? The children of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. Okay, so my reading aloud skills are something to be desired. Better turn this down a little bit. Okay. Alright, that should be good enough, I think. Okay. For so long, the Kokiri forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, now go! Find your young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. And with that, our friend Navi the fairy goes flying. The first time I saw this, as a youngster of 17 or 8, well, soon to be 18, because I got this game a week before my birthday. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, when I got this, when I first started this up, anyway, where was I? We start our adventure, and the first time I saw this, I was like, wow. I thought there was voice acting. So now Navi the Fairy is going to wake up our hero, Jake. That's right, I named him Jake. Anyway, so we now have control of our hero. To move our hero, you use the left stick. If you're using the N64 controller for the Switch, you use the control stick. Now the N64 control stick only had the start button. It did not have a select button. The controller I'm using is, of course, the Joy-Cons. I just got my right one in. Yeah, I just got my right one in. It had a bit of a drifting problem. So anyway, must have been a bit of dust. Now, the controls are simple. When you're in a place like this, which is a pre-rendered playfield, press C up or move the right stick upward to change views. Press it again to change the camera angle. But when you're out in the field, things change. And of course we're in Kokiri Forest. I used to call it Kokiri because I thought that's how it was pronounced. And here's our friend Saria. So with that, we climb down the ladder by moving the right stick. To climb up a ladder, just walk up to it and move forward with the control stick, and vice versa. There are other surfaces that look like they can be climbed, so I'll show you that later, probably in the next video. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Saria first. That's right, the great Deku Tree has summoned me. So, I'm gonna adjust the gain a little bit. Okay. Anyway, adjust the gain again. Having a bit of trouble. It's been a while since I've done any kind of Let's Play. I pretty much stopped that after my Let's Play of Link's Awakening for the Switch. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna mosey on over to where the great Deku Tree is, and Navi is calling us. What's up, Navi? Moving on. Yeah, you saw that. You see how you can just jump by jumping off a platform. Just by running off a platform, you automatically jump. There is no dedicated jump button. But of course you already knew that. So, what we're going to do is, if this fool here would let me through, we'll have to talk to him. He's not going to let us through. That's Mito, self-proclaimed patriarch of the Kokiri. Real man. I'm not even a man, I'm a little boy, about 10 or 11 years old. Yeah, he's more of a bully than a leader. So, we can't go anywhere. We can't go to the Great Deku Tree yet. So let's talk to Saria again. Because Mido's just not going to let us through. You know, if this game had actual voice acting, I bet they would use the voice actress who played as Yuffie to play as Saria. We can buy a shield, yes, but I don't have any coinage. So, we need at least 40 rupees in order to buy a shield. We can find rupees under the grass, under tall grass like this. So, right. There should be a rupee behind Mido's house. Wait, let's talk to this guy and see what he's trying to do. Yeah, now notice how the A button changes to grab. Press it. It's context sensitive, more or less. That's where I got my first instance of context sensitivity. Of course, I also got that from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I didn't know what it was called before I played Conker's Bad Fur Day. Anyway, moving on. We have to find at least 40 rupees. So in order to do that, we gotta go do a bit of training. Of course, this is optional, but of course we have to go through here in order to find the sword, which is our biggest treasure of the Kokiri forest. And this is where we learn about Z targeting. Certain blades of grass can be cut in order to... Certain blades of grass... I can't talk. Certain blades of grass can be cut in order to find rupees and other treasures. You never know what you'll find under those tall blades of grass. Let's talk to this guy here. Oops, did not mean to skip that. But anyway, let me show you what this fool means here. Press Z targeting, or in my case, L trigger, or I don't know what it's called, but ZL, yeah, ZL. Sometimes you'll find lots of coinage like this. That's one way to earn some coinage. So these two boulders here, this is where we practice switching between targets with Z targeting. To disengage, move back and press Z. Whole of Z. Now pay attention to what the A icon says. Press it. So, this is what I'm doing. When you stand near a little shaft, like when you stand over here, I can't talk. When you see small holes like this, press the A button to enter it. Coinage. To change the viewpoint, press Z to change the camera. Yeah, press Z to change the camera angle to make it face it behind you. When you hold Z like this, you can strafe, and you can do pretty much the same things you did when you're Z targeting an enemy or another target. You want to be very careful here because that boulder can hurt a lot. Let's wait for this thing to pass. and we can move on. I think if you get hit by this thing, it'll move the other way, though I could be wrong, and I'm not going to chance it, because I only have 12 hit points. Let's open this chest and see what we get inside. And we get the Kokiri sword. This is the hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but I can borrow it for a little while. But we can't use it straight away, not yet. This is what we have to do first. We have to equip it in our equipment. Press the A button once you have your sword highlighted. So now we have it equipped. Oops, did not mean to do that. Oh, I must show you this. To save your game at any time, when you're in the pause subscreen menu, press the B button and you'll be able to save. Like that. Now this is the subscreen menu. Use Z and R to switch between screens. This is the map subscreen. This is the quest status subscreen. This is our equipment subscreen. And this is our item subscreen. We'll be visiting this subscreen a lot throughout our adventure. To get out, you press the start button. Moving on. Now, like I said, you can cut these blades of grass like this. Don't worry, these ones will grow back, I believe. Though I could be wrong. There it goes. You can also cut signs, but I ill-advise against that. To do the spin attack, hold the B button and release. To put your sword away, stand still and press the A button. Of course, if you have your sword equipped or anything else on hand, and you enter a context-sensitive zone, depending on the kind of obstacle, you'll put it away when you stand near that obstacle like this. Anyway. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut these blades of grass. We now have enough rupees to buy our shield. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Moving on. Now these guys explain about C button items. We'll go back there another time. But for now, let's mosey on over here. Actually, we're gonna mosey on up on top of Saria's house, and I'll explain why. Whoops! Did not mean to do that. I am not used to this controller. Well, like I said, this is where adjusting the camera angle comes into play here. And there is a 5 rupee prize right here. Let's talk to this person here. And she will teach us all about looking through Link's eyes. Of course, we can't really move using this method right here, but we can have a look about the place. This will make bypassing hazards a hell of a lot easier. Now, this is where we'll learn how to talk to people from a distance using Z targeting. Z target this person up here, press the A button. When Navi the fairy flies over to someone that you can talk to, press the Z button to target that person, and press the A button when the blue icon changes. Of course, yeah. Let's go on in. This is another... Oh, I did not know that was back there. I did not know that was back there. After 23 years of playing this game, I never knew that was back there. How sweet! How sweet is it? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to buy our shield. Of course, we can talk to the owner. We sell shields, but not swords. Here we can buy a plethora of things. We can buy Deku Nuts, which we can actually get for free out in the field. The same story with Deku Seeds and Deku Sticks. Arrows we can't exactly get yet because, yeah, we don't have a bow. But Deku Seeds, we can use this as ammunition for a certain weapon that we'll get later on. But for now, let's buy that shield. And we buy our Deku Shield. When you have your shield equipped, press the R button to crouch down and defend yourself. When you're using your shield while Z targeting, you can actually move about whilst defending yourself. No thanks. Before we talk to this person, let us go ahead and equip our shield. Oops. Keep on. Now that we have our shield equipped, I'll show you how to use it in a little bit. But let's talk to this person here. Of course, we already know how to use our shield now. So, this is what I meant. You can deflect, you can use your shield to defend yourself. Oh, but because the shield is made out of wood, if a fire projectile were to hit the shield, it would catch fire and burn up. And then you'd have to buy another shield. Now that we're fully equipped, we can mosey on this way and get this bully to move out of the way. Oh man, he is pissed. Okay, now that we can pass through, we can mosey on down this corridor here and on to the Deku Tree's lair. Oh, the first time I encountered these guys, it kind of scared the shit out of me. I thought I was going to fight a boss. Yeah, killing these guys will actually net you a Deku stick, which you can use as a torch. When you Z-target an enemy, Navi the fairy will call you. Press C up in order to talk to her. She will tell you how to dispatch an enemy, or how an enemy behaves. If you get too close to it... Oh shit, I forgot these guys regenerate. These ones look withered. So, let's talk to the Deku Tree. Oh Navi, thou hast returned. Jake, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the great Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons have been restless and full of nightmares. As a servant of evil gain their strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive. Verily thou hast felt it. Jake, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task? Yes. Then enter, brave Jake, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Jake. And Jake, when Navi speaks, use up C to listen well to her words of wisdom. So, now that we have spoken to the great Deku Tree, we can mosey on inside. And here we go.
Yo, let's do this.
Let's.
Inside the great Deku Tree. Believe it or not, I did not know that this would be our first dungeon until we got the map. Let's have a look about. I hear an enemy nearby. When you hear the music change, that means there's an enemy nearby. We get the Deku Nut. These can be used as flash grenades. Let's go ahead and equip that now. If we hold ZR, we can use B as a C button. At least I think we can. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Strange how this is mapped. Anyway. We can recover our hearts by picking up recovery hearts. Oh, Navi is calling me. You can actually see what's below us, below this web, by using C up. And of course, we can't do anything about it yet. Ow. Oh, I should have scanned that. Oh, I should have had Navi tell me about it. Okay, why did I do that? Now, there are other surfaces besides ladders that you can climb. You can also hop across gaps like this. The camera will automatically face downward to indicate that you can jump down. Oh, let's have a look at this monstrosity on this web. This is a Skullwaltula. Be careful not to touch it. If you're anywhere near it, it will change color and attack you and push you off this wall. Navi the Fairy will also tell us that we can climb these vines on the wall, and we can move to the right as well. But it's kind of dangerous right now, so for now let's open this treasure chest. And we get our first dungeon map. To see it, press the start button to go to the sub-screen menu. Blue areas on the map are visitors that... I can't talk. Let me show you what I mean. Now, you see this flashing blue? That's our current location. Very transparent places on your map are places that you haven't visited yet. Blue areas are places that you've been to. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Anyway, moving on. So, if we see this door here, Navi will tell us how to open doors. If I stand near a door, I can press A to open it and pass through. Now, like I said, this was my first exposure to context-sensitive areas. Saw how that changed. Oh, the reason why these doors are barred now is because we have to solve a puzzle. Ow! First time I played through this guy kicked my ass. It wasn't until I realized that you can deflect certain projectiles with your shield. Anyway, you saw how I had to deflect that Deku Nut back at that Deku scrub. Yeah, that's pretty much how you defeat a Deku scrub. He's basically telling us that if we were to fall from a high distance, we can move forward with the control stick to roll and not get hurt from the fall. Though it won't really work if the cliff is too high, of course. And with that said and done, we can now pass through the doors. Now, for the longest time, I could not figure out how to get out of there because the platform had gone. So let's open this chest and see what we get inside. And we get the slingshot! Hooray! Let's go ahead and equip that now. I'll equip it to see right. Oops, or see down. Now to get back out, we can Z-target this ladder here. Ooh, Navi has something to say. So, let's shoot this ladder down, and we can get back out. Let's climb this wall here, and I think there's something up here. Let's see what we have in this chest. Ooh, a recovery heart, just the thing we need. If we cut these blades of grass, we'll find some Deku seeds. Deku seeds, as I said before, can be used as ammunition for your slingshot. Despite their small size, they pack quite a punch. So, now that we've got the ladder knocked down, we can get out of here. And we can shoot those hazardous spiders on the wall. Moving on. Okay, let's get rid of those spiders. There's a third one up there that we can dispatch using manual targeting. Now that we've gotten those three hazards out of the way, we can climb up. Okay, moving on. Oh, let's show you this guy. This is a big Skulltula. These guys hurt like the dickens. If you get too close to it, it will spin against you. But its underbelly is its weak spot. The best way to dispatch this guy is, of course, a jump attack. But for now, let's focus on this area here. Now this is another area that gave me the hardest time trying to get back out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mosey on over to that chest. Oops. Oh, as long as I'm down here, I might as well destroy this guy. We can also stun an enemy using a Deku Nut. Very handy, these Deku Nuts. Climb up here. Let's try that again. Mosey on over here. And this is our first Skulltula. I'm actually going to go for 50 Skulltulas in this playthrough. I'm not going to kill all 100 of them, because I have no idea where all 100 of them are. Let's open this chest. We get another recovery heart. That's just the thing we need if we ever get hurt. Of course, we recover 4 hit points. Every heart is worth 4 hit points. So since we have 3, we have 12 hit points. Oh, it's a withered Deku Baba. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I meant to get what was in that chest. Now you notice that the symbols have changed. You would think that it would be the original symbol, which is, of course, a symbol of the Gerudo. However, because it closely resembled the symbol of, I think, Judaism or Islam, I think it was changed because of that. I had the original version of the game on the N64 that had that symbol. It looked like a crescent moon with a star. And I had the GameCube version, which has this symbol. We can light the torch here, and we can get out of there. Of course, Navi already tells us that. Oh, another thing. When you're holding a Deku stick and you have it in your... I can't talk. And you have it lit, quickly put it away to extinguish the flames. Otherwise, it will burn up and you will lose a Deku stick. I want to say that real quick. The room I just came out of had the compass, but I was just too busy spouting out bits of trivia about symbols in older versions of the game. Well, let's get back to it then. So like I said, when you have a Deku stick equipped... Ow! Don't try to attack the skull. Wait for it to expose its underbelly. Anyway, let's get rid of these other spiders here. Oh man, this would be an arachnophobe's worst nightmare. From here, we can actually gain enough speed in order to break that web below. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we are. We're in the lower levels now. Let's go ahead and dispatch those gold Skulltulas. Okay, let's get that Skulltula token. And let's mosey on over here. If we step on this switch, it'll light the torch and that web will burn away. Nice. Now. Now normally, you would not be able to reach that token. But if we jump from over here, we can get that token. Well, that's 3. That's 3 down. So let's see what we have in this chest. Ooh, another recovery heart. Nice. Let us light this torch. You want to be very careful not to fall into the water, otherwise you'll extinguish this prematurely. You see what happened just there? You see what happened just now? That Deku stick shriveled up and burned up to a crisp. In order to stop that happening, press the A button. Stand still, press the A button, and put it away so the flame will extinguish. You know, I don't know if that web could be burned away. Oh well. Moving on. There is another Deku scrub to deal with. Another way to stun these guys is to use a Deku Nut. Or not. Or you can shoot it with your slingshot. Oh, I don't remember it doing that. This guy will tell us the code to get to the boss room. Of course, the order is 2, 3, 1. 23rd is number 1. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we gotta get the door open, and in order to do that, we have to shoot this thing in the eye. Seriously, Nintendo, what is with you and one-eyed monsters and one-eyed switches? Moving on. Oh, this is where we learn about being in deep water. There's a plethora of things to find underwater. When you're in the water, press the A button to dive. You can't stay under very long though. Watch the number as it counts down to 0. You will automatically swim back up to the surface. We have to be very quick. Oh, I should have. Please don't count down. It's the only way to get past this hazard here. Oh, there is a giant Skulltula here. No problem. Oh! If you stand near a block, grab a hold of it with A button. Whilst holding it, you can use the control stick upward or downward to move it about. If I stand next to it and press A, whilst moving the control stick upward towards the block, we can climb up on top of it. Let me show you what I mean. Coinage. Okay. Now, pull back on this thing, or oops, press forward when you want to push it forward. Stand still and move forward with the control stick, then press A button to climb. Moving on. We've got more of these troublemakers here. The solution to this puzzle is simple. Use a Deku stick, light these torches, and that will open the door. Now stand still long enough to put the Deku stick away and extinguish the flames. Oh, this guy again. Moving on. Now there are other hazardous monstrosities here. We have these one-eyed spider-like creatures called Gohmas. This is a Gohma larva. These one-eyed monstrosities, they will run off if you shoot at it. Oh, you can actually stun it. Of course, you already know its weak spot. It's its one eye. Take that, you one-eyed freak of nature. Come here. Ow! You one-eyed monster, take that! No. Oh! Watch this. Ow! I keep on forgetting I'm not playing Breath of the Wild. Ow! That hurt! Well, I got some of it back anyway. That's better. Now, again, we gotta light this torch. Mosey on over here. Of course, we can't move any farther with this torch lit. Just as well, I gotta put it away before the fire burns it all up. That's a thing. You learn later on that you have to, when you stand still long enough, you put this... Can't talk. Okay, so what we gotta do... Ow! Not get hurt by these guys. Ah, shit! I'm low on energy. Move this. If we move this block down here... If we move this block over here... Let's light this torch here. Mosey on over here. And... swing it with C right. That's better. Okay, now you gotta shoot the second one first. You gotta stun the second one first with your Deku shield. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Gohma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Right. Time for our first boss of the game. The first time I played through, I died so many times.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
So now, we're in the boss's chamber. First time I thought, where is the boss? But then it occurred to me, look up at the ceiling. Look up at the ceiling. And that's how you wake her up. There is a quicker way to dispatch this fool here. But what we're gonna do is do it the old-fashioned way. When you attack her eye, I can't talk. Seriously, Nintendo, what is with you and one-eyed freaks of nature? She will crawl up to the ceiling and she will start laying eggs. You gotta destroy those Gohma eggs before they hatch. Uh-oh. One of them hatched. Son of a bitch. Yeah, take that, you one-eyed freak. Seriously, Nintendo, what is with you and one-eyed monsters? Uh-oh. Woo! Take that, you one-eyed freak of nature! Now rinse and repeat. Of course, if you L-target her eye, you can knock her off just like I did, and finish her! Well, yeah, take that, you one-eyed freak of nature! No more Cyclops Spider. And when you defeat a boss, you'll get an extra heart container. Leaving you with 16 hit points. Sweet. So, now let's walk into this beam of light and get out of here. Well done, Jake. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou would be able to carry out my wish. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Sure. Now listen carefully. A wicked man that lives in the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers to search for the sacred realm which is connected to Hyrule. That is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and before life began, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power, Nayru, the goddess of wisdom, and Faror, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arrows, she cultivated the land and created the red earth. Nayru, with her wisdom onto the earth, and gazed the spirit of law to the world. And Faror, with her rich soul, produced all life forms that would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses use their powers and I can't. Oh man, forget it. It goes way too fast for me to read. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. The evil man who cast this death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of this curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse upon were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Jake, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast this curse upon me. And we get the Kokiri emerald, the Kokiri emerald, this spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted unto me by the great Deku Tree. This is one of the 3 relics that we'll need for later on in the game. The future depends upon thee, Jake. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help Jake to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye.
No! What the fuck you trying to say? Damn, motherfucker! Very!
I gotta stop with the Tales from the Hood reference there. But unfortunately, it's quite true. The Deku Tree has indeed passed away. And of course, I'm gonna get blamed for it by this bully, Mido, here. Moving on. Now let's go to the castle of Hyrule and collect and go see the princess. Now normally a Kokiri cannot leave these woods. Yes, we are indeed. Now, let's mosey on out here and we'll go into Mike's silence. And we get the fairy Ocarina. This instrument will serve us quite well later on. We can play different notes using the A button and the 4 C buttons. Press B to put the ocarina away. And our adventure officially starts. Unfortunately, this is where we're going to have to end it here. In the next video, we're going to Hyrule Castle, and we're going to see the day and night cycle. I'll explain more about that in the next video. But until then, this has been Walk Me Through. I'm Mr. O saying peace, and that's a wrap, and I will see you again next time. Peace!
This video's over, but if you enjoyed it, click that like button and give me a comment. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll know when I post more videos. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you want to see more, pay my channel a visit. This is Mr. Orthopedia signing off. Until next time, peace!